Organs. So, before traditional use, organs historically found in religious and public buildings alike have held a central role in Old World life, likely serving purposes beyond music for service and gatherings. Resonance with sacred architecture. Cathedrals and other Old World structures were built with sacred geometry, proportional harmonics, and acoustics in mind. The architecture, such as the vaulted ceilings, domes, arches, and naves, were designed to amplify and focus sound, making the organ's powerful frequencies resonate deeply throughout the building. This is something that I just want to show an example of here. So this is in Wales Cathedral, and this was taken on the 5th of October this year. This organ is a 19th century organ, but there are records of older organs being used in this cathedral dating all the way back to 1310. So I just want to play this a minute. So, sound for healing and spirituality. The organ's rich resonant tones may have been tuned to sacred frequencies like 432 Hz or solfeggio frequencies like 528 Hz, aligning with ancient beliefs in sound healing. Modern research suggests such frequencies can promote the body's energy, promote clarity, and support well-being, potentially creating a healing atmosphere for those within the space. So, when you're here and you're sat listening to that in person, the harmonics of the organ resonates through you, from the deep bassy tones that sort of ground you to the higher pitched tones that elevate you. So it affects you both physically, mentally, and spiritually. And they maybe call it organs for a reason, as it affects the organs, and as I will explain in depth in part 2, the organs being vital components within the bioelectric circuitry of the body. So just think about that. Think about that, just how I played that then. Look at the vaulted ceilings, how the sound reverberates in harmonic connection and partnership with the holistic design of the building. And then there's also things like within the cathedral where you could stand at one end of the cathedral or a specific part of the cathedral, and you can whisper into the wall, and due to the geometry of the architecture, you can have someone placed at the other side of the cathedral at a specific point, and the way that the architecture is laid out is that it allows that sound wave that you produce when you speak to travel, and they can hear it on the other side. So you're whispering to each other, but you can hear it from one end of the cathedral to the next. It's very interesting. Energy storage and activation. If old world structures could collect and store energy, with crypts and catacombs acting like capacitors, holding energy gathered by spires, bells, and other architectural features, the organ, when played, might activate this energy using its deep bass notes and harmonics to release and distribute stored etheric energy throughout the structure or surrounding area. Boom, boom. Just imagine that boom, and all the energy just comes out of the bricks, channeled through the harmonics of the architecture. Boom. Ley lines and earth energy. Many cathedrals and old world structures were positioned along ley lines, believed to be channels of geomagnetic energy. Ley lines, telluric field, telluric lines, whatever you want to refer to them as. When the organ played, its resonant frequencies could interact with these lines, enhancing the building's connection to earth energy and potentially creating a beneficial field around the area, promoting health, prosperity, and spiritual alignment in the community. And like I stated, these organs are found all over the old world. So this one is in Passau Cathedral organ in Germany, largest cathedral organ in the world, dating back to the 17th century. So in the 1600s, guys, this is what they were making. Look at this. Look at that. They want to tell us that we were so primitive back then. No electricity, you know, a time of poverty and famine. What I see here is a time of peace and prosperity. Look at the artistic inspiration, the grandeur of this. Largest cathedral organ in the world. And then we have this one here, which is in the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, and this is the most famous cathedral, the most famous cathedral organ in the world, dating back to the 14th century. A nice stained glass window in the background. But again, like I said, it's not just cathedrals that you find these organs in. They're in town halls, in the old world town halls. They're in, you know, it's not just cathedrals. It might be a synagogue, mosque. They have these in religious temples, but they also have them in public buildings. They have them all over. And it just, if it was solely used just for playing, you know, for choir music, why have they got them in all these other buildings, and all these other buildings that have the same sort of architectural themes and designs as the cathedrals? So, something to think about.
If you enjoyed this presentation and feel inspired to support both yourself and this channel, then head over to primalalchemy.co.uk. Awaken your potential with the world's only visionary health brand. Discover our collection of tonic herbal elixirs, rare crystals, and holistic health technologies. All chosen and created with intention, so you can focus on the energy you bring into your life. Whether you're grounding yourself, seeking clarity, or elevating your routine, Primal Alchemy supports every step of your journey. Use code REBUS10 for 10% off all superfood elixirs at primalalchemy.co.uk.